and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about how Eurovision 2020 could have improved. It was pretty bad. 2020 has been one of the worst years of my life, of our lives probably, and yeah, well, we obviously know why. This is a Eurovision vlog. If you've watched videos on my channel before, I do cover Eurovision content. Watching this video, you have an idea of what Eurovision is about. But if you don't, watch the previous video or Google or whatnot. What normally happens in Eurovision is you have countries selecting their artists to participate in Eurovision. It happens at the beginning of the year, so it's like a mini contest to see who is going to represent the country in Eurovision. Then it goes to, promotions, marketing, everything. Then it comes up to May, which is the most amazing month for Eurovision fans. So you have semi-final 1, semi-final 2, and then the grand final. So that usually runs 3 days. I also should have mentioned, there's lots of promotions going on. It's like a Eurovision week. It is so exciting. And it's obviously chosen, and then you prepare for the next year, and that country hosts Eurovision for that year. Yes, you did have the national selections happening, but some of them were not as crowded because lockdown and everything. And then, so that happened. Then you did have promotions and stuff, and then we were told that Eurovision 2020 would be postponed to 2021, which broke all our hearts. Eurovision week is coming up, and we're like, oh, this is meant to be Eurovision week. It's so exciting, but it's so depressing at the same time. But then there were still 2 shows that would be happening in replacement, still give the liveliness of Eurovision. And in my country, it was Big Night In and Shine a Light. It might have happened in other countries. I don't know because I don't live in other countries. There was these 2 events. Oh, and also Top 40 controversies. Initial reactions of Big Night In felt like a Watch Mojo video. At least we had a preview of some songs, some nice cool dancing. Preview of all the artists of 2020 who would have performed their songs in, semi-finals or the grand final. In some way, people in my country did vote for the top 40, but I didn't, because I didn't know, because I was really confused. But I hope I'm not the only one there, but I didn't vote. So my country said, and keep this in mind, my country said that Iceland came first, Russia came second, and Lithuania came third. I'll get to my top 3 later. And then came to the top 40 controversies, which was actually a repeated program from, I think, 2018, which I found, when I found out this information, I was extremely upset. You do something else or not do anything at all. Next day which was Europe Shine a Light. Initial reaction, oh goodness, Shine a Light was terrible. Shine a Light was just mini previews of all the songs, in between like clips from like old artists or interviews with old artists, and a performance at the end via Zoom. But it just was a mess. I have quite a lot of improvements here, but everyone has their own opinions and you're entitled to them. You don't have to agree with them. Especially Europe Shine a Light, it could have been better planned out. It really could have been better planned out. As I said, the first program was basically a whole Watch Mojo video counting top 20. And the second, the top controversies was just a repeat. And then the third one was just a mess. I mean, the Europe Shine a Light was just a mess. I think it was just not well planned out, especially the last show. If it was just better planned out, maybe it could have been a little bit different, better. Like, they could have had a mini competition. In Europe Shine a Light, they had Artists of 2020 commenting on what artist could have, should have, would have won, 2020 Eurovision. That was a good idea, but it was so chopped. You only had opinions from 4 artists. It felt so rushed. I was actually starting to write down, maybe I'm making my own tally. Maybe I want to see what, the artist's opinion of who the winner was going to be. One thing that really, 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 really bothered me, and I think bothered everyone else because there's a few memes about it already, is stop talking about the virus every few minutes. Maybe this was just in my country that they did that, but, ad break, coronavirus joke, ad break, virus joke. Oh, virus. Perhaps this is just my bias, but in my country at least, better hosts. Better hosts. We at one year did have good Eurovision hosts, and then it changed, and you just get horrible jokes, you get awkward tension, you get trying to collaborate but not really because it's just so cringe. And this is one of the reasons why I don't currently go to the Decides national selection in my country, because the hosts are just so cringe. More popular artists could have been shown. They did mention and they did show popular artists like Mons, Zemmour, Rise Like a Phoenix, performer, popular artists, but they could have done more. They could have done so much more. Maybe even like those who came second place in the last 5 Eurovisions could have had like their own mini competition. They could have used Zoom, sure, that's fine. My top 3 of Eurovision 2020. Note that these songs this year will not be performed next year, which is really sad, but it's just how it is. But, the artist could come back if they wanted to. Russia, Ireland, and Poland, those are my top 3, but obviously nothing happened. Eurovision is about coming together, a little bit of competing, but just fun, fun, fun. It's not boring. It's not, oh my goodness, this is such a bad year. Thanks for reminding me.